This is not the Snow White story you remember.
You thought the dark magic was gone forever. But this time, it's the prince who needs saving. Once upon a time, far beyond the enchanted forest, the beautiful Princess Snow White and her prince lived a peaceful life in their grand new castle.
Their days were filled with laughter and endless love. Walking hand in hand through the sunlit gardens, they truly believed their darkest days were finally behind them. But little did they know, a terrifying storm was brewing. The wicked queen had arrived at the castle gates, seeking her ultimate revenge. Every royal guard was instantly frozen in solid magical ice. A creepy, glowing green magic slipped silently through the castle halls. The queen captured the brave prince, binding him in unbreakable chains of dark energy. Before anyone could hear his cries, the queen vanished into the stormy night, taking the prince with her. When Snow White awoke, she found her true love gone, leaving behind only a trail of dark green ashes. Her heart was shattered, but Snow White was no longer a helpless girl. She knew exactly who to call for help. She quickly wrote an urgent message and tied it to the leg of a swift forest bird. The little bird flew as fast as the wind, crossing mountains and rivers to reach the diamond mines. When the Seven Dwarfs read the message, they didn't hesitate for a single second. Their dear princess needed them. Snow White was overjoyed to see her loyal friends. With a fierce hug, they promised to bring the prince back. She traded her royal crown for a sturdy traveler's cloak, ready to face the darkest magic. Together, they ventured deep into the Forbidden Woods, a place where no sunlight ever reached. But the Queen's dark magic had twisted the forest paths. Soon, they were completely lost in the thick, magical fog. Just as hope began to fade, a tiny, brilliant spark of golden light danced through the dark trees. It was Tinker Bell. The brave little fairy had sensed the dark magic and came to help. With a cheerful flutter of her wings, she sprinkled her glowing pixie dust. The magical dust lit up a hidden, glowing path on the forest floor, pointing straight to the Queen's secret lair. At the end of the path stood a terrifying, jagged cave, the entrance to the mirror dimension. They quietly sneaked inside, surrounded by whispering shadows and cold green magical flames. Deep inside the cave, they found it. A massive, ancient magical mirror, glowing with a swirling, hypnotic dark energy. And there, trapped behind the thick, cold glass of the mirror, was the prince, frozen in time. "Looking for someone, my dear?" echoed a terrifying voice. The evil queen stepped out from the shadows. The queen laughed wickedly. She revealed that her very soul was tied to the magical mirror.
As long as it remained unbroken, she was immortal. With a wave of her staff, the queen summoned terrifying shadow creatures to attack. But the seven dwarfs were fearless. They raised their shiny pickaxes and charged forward, fiercely battling the shadows to protect their princess. Tinkerbell zoomed through the air, blinding the queen with bright bursts of golden pixie dust, creating a distraction. Seeing her chance, Snow White picked up a heavy mining rock. She ran with all her might straight toward the giant mirror. The queen saw what she was doing. "No! Stop her!" the wicked witch screamed in sheer panic. With a fearless cry, Snow White smashed the heavy stone directly into the center of the magical glass. As the mirror shattered into a million pieces, the queen's immortality shattered with it. Instantly, all the dark shadow monsters dissolved into harmless smoke. The battle was won. From the glowing remains of the broken mirror, the prince finally awoke. The dark chains had vanished. Snow White ran into his arms. Tears of pure joy streamed down her face. Her true love was safe at last. The seven dwarfs were celebrated as the greatest heroes in the land, enjoying a grand feast. And as for Tinkerbell, she flew back to her magical realm, always ready to help those with pure hearts. Snow White and her prince ruled their kingdom with kindness and courage, knowing that no matter how dark the night gets, true love will always find the light. The castle rested peacefully under a blanket of sparkling stars.
If you like this fairy tale, please like, share, and comment your next favourite fairy tale.